Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 video, where today we are rebuilding the Miami Marlins, and this is going to be a tough task because Miami is in a very tough division with Atlanta, New York, Washington, and Philadelphia, and our team budget is only $89 million. So yeah, it's going to be a tough task. We have some good players here as well. We have one of my favorite pitchers, Pablo Lopez. I get him in all the rebuilds, and now I don't have to trade for him because he's already on my team. We got Brian Anderson, who has a lot of pop, or he develops a lot of pop in this game. Starling Marte is pretty solid. John Birdie, Miguel Rojas, Jesus Aguilar, Adam Duvall, and a lot of other good players, including Sixto Sanchez. So this should be fun to use. I'm going to skip to the end of the season because the team's not really going to be a playoff contender this season. So I'm going to go to the offseason and see what we can do there. I'll see you guys there. Stopping in at the draft, we were the 17th overall team in the draft, so I didn't expect us to get anyone good. But as you can see, we got Julio Ozuna, who is almost MLB ready already. And he is a 91 potential, 73 overall. He has a little bit of pop right now. It looks like he has good contact, good vision. It looks like he's pretty good defensively as well, and he has a little bit of speed. So he's going to be an all-around good player for our team, which means we're probably going to trade Jesus Aguilar in the offseason and just go with Ozuna because it looks like he's going to be an offensive force in the lineup, and he's going to be pretty good defensively. Not only that, but we also got some catching help. This guy, what's his name? Doug Dams. It looks like he has some pop in his bat, but he's more of a defensive catcher. He also has some speed, so that's pretty cool to see. 89 overall, so that's going to be pretty good. Our left fielder is ways away from the MLB, so it doesn't really matter. Another left fielder ways away from the MLB, and then everyone else doesn't really matter. So we got a really good prospect. I'm going to go ahead and go to the end of the season and see you guys there. So we're on the free agent market right now, and I want to go ahead and add a starter who is going to be very good for this team and make a pretty big impact. I know I've gotten Noah Syndergaard before in previous rebuilds, but I think he is just the top pitcher for this team right now. Coming off of a rival team, the Mets, I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal. Hopefully he accepts and doesn't go back to the Mets. And I'm also going to try to sign Michael Lorenzen just as another piece in the rotation. I'm going to offer him a deal. So hopefully he signs. Our bullpen could use some help. I'm just going to explore some options and see if I can get any deals done. Looking at the shortstops, because we let Miguel Rojas go, I don't know why Lindor is on the free agent market. The game must have just not updated the rosters, so I'm not going to sign him because he is supposed to be on the Mets. I'm going to look at Seager or Correa. I was kind of hoping Trevor Story was on the market. It looks like Seager is going to be a pretty expensive option, and Correa is going to be less expensive. So I'm going to try to offer Correa a 5-year, $95 million deal just to be the star of the team at shortstop. I know we have Jazz Chisholm, but he is not a high rating in this game because he hasn't really proven himself yet. So I guess MLB gave him a low rating, so we can't really use him for the rebuild. So we're going to go out and try to get Correa and build our team around him and Syndergaard. And as far as outfielders go, it doesn't look like there's anyone too special. We already have Marte and Dickerson and Duvall, so I'm not really going to change anything there. So let's see if we can sign them. One day later, we get the notification that we have signed Noah Syndergaard, 5 years, $31 million per year. So this is a big signing for our team. He's going to go right into our rotation and be probably our ace. Yeah, our ace for now because Sanchez and Lopez aren't anywhere near Syndergaard's rating. So Syndergaard is going to be the ace of our staff. I'm super pumped to have him on the team. We also got Kenley Jansen to be our closer. Dylan Floro was our closer last year. He was okay, but I think Jansen's better. So we're off to a great start. Hopefully we can get the deal with Correa done. Let's have our fingers crossed. So we get the notification that Carlos Correa has signed his deal. We signed him to a 5-year deal worth $95 million. Now the video is not going to go on for 5 more years. It's only going to go on for another year, but it's very good to see that we got Correa. Now our team is pretty much built around Correa and Syndergaard, so we're in a very good spot right now. I'm going to go to the regular season, and hopefully we can finish above 500. Looking at our squad now, we are pretty stacked. We have John Birdie at second, Starling Marte in center field, Brian Anderson at third, Carlos Correa at short, Corey Dickerson at left field, Garrett Cooper at first, who's probably going to split some time with Ozuna, our #1 prospect, who we just called up, Adam Duvall in right, JJ Bleday, another rookie at DH. We don't really have a DH, but this is just the DH portion of the lineup. And then Jorge Alfaro behind the plate with Diaz, Harrison, and Wallach behind on the bench. So I think we're in a pretty good spot right now as far as our lineup goes. I think it's a very good lineup. Our rotation consists of Syndergaard, Lopez, Sanchez, Alcantara, Hernandez. So there could be work done at the trade deadline on the rotation at the bottom two, but I think we have a really good rotation that sets us up to win. And then our bullpen, there's not a lot of high ratings in the bullpen, but they do have some high attributes. We have Diekman, Jansen, Garcia, and Floro. So those four hopefully can carry our bullpen throughout the year. Let's go ahead to the trade deadline and hopefully add on to our team to get to 500 and maybe even the playoffs. Just a quick update at the draft. We did get a 95 overall, but he is a 57 right now, so we aren't going to get the chance to play with him. So let's go ahead to the trade deadline. So we are currently at the trade deadline right now. Looking at our team, John Birdie's been pretty solid in the leadoff spot. Ozuna has been playing pretty well for a rookie. His attributes are going up. Brian Anderson has been very good in the third spot. Duvall has been struggling. So I might look to upgrade right field, but I have a plan in the offseason to upgrade that position. Carlos Correa, yikes, what is going on with him? Why is he batting .230 with 7 homers? That's not very good for Correa. Don't know what's really happening there. Garrett Cooper's been playing really well. Bladay's been struggling. Alfaro's been struggling. So our offense hasn't really been doing too much. Syndergaard's been really good. Sanchez has been decent. Floro, why are you in the rotation? Our rotation suffered a bunch of injuries, so I think I need to go out and get some starters and get maybe another outfielder. So let's see if we can get anything done. So the first deal we are going to make is acquiring Carlos Rodon from the White Sox for a prospect, just to give our rotation a little bit of an upgrade. And let's just look for some other pitchers. Right now I already see one, Max Scherzer. Even though his attributes are pretty bad, his ERA is in the mid-3s, and I know that he's pretty good. He pitches pretty well in the game. So I'm going to go and try to get him for hopefully a low prospect price. I might trade Lewin Diaz just because we have a lot of first base depth right now, so we don't really need him. So we're going to go ahead and get Scherzer. And as far as the outfielders go, I was going to go into the offseason to maybe get someone extremely good, but I think I'm just going to do that. So we're going to upgrade the rotation. And now let's just go to the offseason and hopefully make a splash so that we can try to make the playoffs next year. In free agency right now, I talked about making a couple big splashes. So our first splash is going to try to be Aaron Nola. I'm going to try to spread the contract out over a long period of time just so that we have more room to work with. So we're going to go ahead, give a contract offer to Nola. And our second big signing that I had in mind when replacing Duvall was Aaron Judge. You see his defensive stats, his power is off the charts. So we're really going to try to sign Aaron Judge. I'm going to try to make it a long-term deal just so that we have more room to play with the money, because Judge does want a lot of money. So we're going to try to give him a decent-sized offer so he'll come, while also keeping some money available, because our team does not have a lot of money to work with right now, especially after signing Nola and Judge. So let's just see if we can get these deals done. Okay, so we're back in free agency. Aaron Judge has decided to sign with the Angels, so he is going to join Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon. That is going to be a force of an offense, but unfortunately, we did not get him. So our next best option for power and defense is going to be Joey Gallo. Should be a very fun player to use. He also wants a lot less than Judge, so we should be able to sign him. So let's just see if we can get this deal done at least. Nola, we are still the front runners for, so hopefully we can get these 2 deals done. I'll keep you guys informed. 2 days later, Aaron Nola has signed with us, 8 years, $248 million. He's going to be joining Syndergaard and Sanchez. So our pitching rotation is one of the best right now, in my opinions. Let's just see if we can get Joey Gallo, and then hopefully our team. And there it is. We just get Joey Gallo as I speak. So now looking at a rotation, we have Syndergaard, Sanchez, Lopez, and now Nola. So Nola now becomes the ace of our staff because he is a little bit better than Syndergaard on paper. And then we have Sanchez, Lopez, and Rodon to follow, with Trevor Rogers finally making a major league impact at least. So he's going to be in our bullpen. We still have Kenley Jansen and Dylan Floro. And we also have some other pitching prospects in the bullpen who are ready to come up, who I'm really excited to see. And now in our lineup, we have Birdie, Marte, Anderson, Duvall replaced with Gallo, Dickerson, Cooper, Ozuna, who had a pretty meh year. I mean, it was good for a rookie, but I expect him to fully break out. He's only 19 years old. Alfaro and Correa. And Correa was really bad last year, but he did miss 2 months of the season. So we're going to go ahead to the new season, Hopefully, we can finish over 500, and I think we even have a playoff team here. We're finally at the new season. Looking at our team, we have John Birdie, Starling Marte, Brian Anderson, Joey Gallo, Carlos Correa, Corey Dickerson, Garrett Cooper, JJ Bleday, and Jorge Alfaro. This lineup is stacked. Going over to our pitching rotation, we have Aaron Nola, Noah Syndergaard, Pablo Lopez, Sixto Sanchez, and Sandy Alcantara, with Rondon, Hernandez, Rogers, Kimber, Hoyt, Floro, Jansen, and Curtis. I don't know about Curtis being the closer. I'm going to put Floro there for now, and I'm also going to call up one of my top pitching prospects who has some pretty bad break and control, but the rest of his stats are pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and bring him up to the majors, and hopefully let's see if our team can get to the 500 mark, which we have been looking to get. So the season is over, and as you guys can see, we finished 76 and 86. I don't know why this team just didn't perform well. I'm going to look at everyone's stats. It's sort of disappointing because I thought we built a pretty good team. I would even say we built a super team, comparing we only had $90 million to work with. So let's just look at everyone's numbers. Let's see who did well, and let's see who cost the team. John Birdie was pretty good. Garcia was a rookie, I think, so he came up. He wasn't very good at shortstop. Brian Anderson was pretty decent. He almost had 30 homers. Joey Gallo, almost a 40-homer season. Don't care about his average because it's never really good, but almost 40 homers, so that's pretty good. Marte bounced back. He had a really nice season, actually. Carlos Correa did extremely better than his year before. I mean, he doubled his home runs, doubled his RBIs, way better average and other stuff, so good for Correa. Garrett Cooper was pretty decent, but worse than his last year. He was injured for most of the season, though, so don't really blame him. Jorge Alfaro was bad offensively. Look at that average. So, man, nothing we could have really done there. Looking at our rotation, Aaron Nola was pretty spectacular. I mean, the wins and losses are low, but he got no run support. His ERA is mid-threes. He gave us 200 innings, so can't ask for much more. I think it was a good season for him. Noah Syndergaard, basically the same thing. Lopez was in the mid-fours, but he almost ate up 200 innings. Sanchez was actually not the best. 6 wins, 15 losses, mid-fours ERA, and Alcantara was a lot better than Sanchez. And then our bullpen, let's just see. The bullpen, I think, is where it fell apart. We got some 5 ERAs, a lot of 5s, high 4s. Yeah, our bullpen was not very good. So we can see where the team fell apart. Unfortunately, we're not going to go on another season. But if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also comment what team you want to see in the future. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.